Have you ever noticed a car following you for no reason? You might think it's just a coincidence, but what if it's not? There have been many stories about mysterious white cars seen trailing people before they vanished under strange circumstances. Today, we bring you 3 of the most chilling cases, each one holding a terrifying secret. Stay with us until the end, because the last story has a shocking twist. The Last Message. On a cold winter night in 2006, an 18-year-old named Trevor Day was driving home to San Diego after spending time with his friends. His usual route was quiet, but this time, something felt different. He noticed a white car following him for over 20 minutes. At first, he thought it was just a coincidence, but after making several unexpected turns, the car was still behind him. His heart pounded as he quickly grabbed his phone and sent a message to his friend. "There's a white car following me. I feel weird about this. I'll try to lose it." He didn't know that this would be the last message he would ever send. The next day, Trevor never made it home. His family searched for him, but there was no trace of him or his car. After reporting him missing, authorities launched a large-scale search. 3 days later, they found his car abandoned in a deserted area on the outskirts of the city. Strangely, the car was in perfect condition. The doors were locked, the engine was off, but Trevor was nowhere to be found. Investigators came up with no answers. However, several locals in the same area reported seeing a white car following them at night, one that mysteriously vanished whenever someone tried to approach it. Was this the same car that took Trevor? And if so, who was driving it? In 2013, 17-year-old Sarah Harris was a bright student living a normal life in Atlanta. One day, she confided in her friend about something strange. "I feel like someone is watching me. There's this white car that appears outside my house almost every day. And when I go out, I see it following me for a short distance before it disappears." Her friend laughed it off, joking, "Maybe someone has a crush on you." But she had no idea how terrifying the truth would be. The next evening, Sarah left school, but never made it home. When her parents noticed her absence, they searched everywhere. The only thing they found was her car, parked on a street near their house. The doors were open, her backpack was on the back seat, but she was gone. When the police reviewed surveillance footage from the area, they made a horrifying discovery. Just moments before Sarah vanished, a white car was seen parked a few meters from her home. But the strangest part? The camera couldn't capture its license plate, as if the car didn't exist. Despite extensive investigations, Sarah was never found. Strangely, other residents reported seeing a similar white car circling their homes before other disappearances occurred. Was this car just a coincidence? Or was it stalking its victims before making them disappear? The family that vanished. In 1998, the Carter family, Father John, Mother Lisa, and their 2 children, Michael and Sophie, were on a weekend road trip. Everything was peaceful until they drove onto a lonely highway in the middle of the night. That's when John noticed something unsettling. A white car was following them, and it was getting too close. He changed lanes, but the car stayed behind them. The tension grew worse when the car suddenly turned off its headlights, yet it continued moving, like a ghost chasing them in the darkness. Feeling panicked, John decided to pull into a small gas station, but when he stepped out of the car, the white car was gone. Relieved, he took a deep breath and returned to his car, only to find something horrifying. The back seats were empty. The children had vanished. He and his wife searched frantically, shouting their names, but there was no response. In less than a minute, Michael and Sophie had disappeared without a trace. Terrified, they rushed to the nearest police station, but the nightmare wasn't over yet. 24 hours later, the Carter family's car was found abandoned on the side of an empty road. The doors were wide open, but this time, John and Lisa were missing too. When investigators checked highway surveillance footage, they found something chilling. There was no sign of a white car in any of the recordings, but something even more disturbing was captured. In the final moments before the family disappeared, strange shadows were seen moving around their car. Then, in the blink of an eye, everything vanished. What happened to the Carters? And where did they go? These were 3 mysterious cases of white cars following people before they disappeared under eerie circumstances. Some believe they are just coincidences, but others are convinced that something terrifying lies behind these incidents. Do you think these stories are real? Have you ever felt like a car was following you? Share your thoughts in the comments. And the next time you see a white car behind you, be careful. It might not be just a normal car.